Our helpers. Our helpers are the people who make our surroundings clean, safer, and a better place to live in. They help us every day. They provide us goods and services. Let me explain you through a story about the forgetful fly. There was a fly. She was flying in the garden. There were many plants and beautiful flowers in the garden. The fly saw many flowers, red, yellow, pink, purple. Oh, the flowers are beautiful, she said. The fly was moving around the flowers and enjoying their fragrance. A sunflower smiled at the fly and said, "Ha, how are you?" The fly was very happy and went near the sunflower. The fly asked the sunflower, "Can I touch you?" The flower smiled and said, "Why not, dear? Please sit on my petals." Then the fly was very happy and she jumped in joy and sat on the flower. "What's your name?" the flower said. The fly was silent for some time and said, "Oh my God, I forgot my name." It was very sad. The fly went to an old lady. She was sitting under a tree. The fly asked, "What's my name, Grandma?" The grandma replied, "Sorry, my dear. Go and ask my son. He's a potter. He might help you." The fly went to her son and asked, "Please tell me my name." The potter said, "I am very busy. I'm making pots. Go and ask the barber." Fly went to the barber and said, "Barber uncle, do you know my name?" The barber replied, "I'm very busy in trimming. Please go to the tailor." The fly went to the tailor and asked, "Please tell me my name." The tailor replied, "I am busy in stitching. Go and ask the cobbler." The fly was worried. The fly went to the cobbler. The cobbler was making shoes. The fly asked him, "What's my name?" "Go away. I'm busy," said the cobbler. The fly was very sad. The poor fly was slowly flying in the air. She saw some children playing in the ground. One of the boys stopped playing and asked the fly, "How are you, Miss Fly?" The fly was delighted to hear that, and she understood her name is Fly. She jumped, danced, and started singing, "I am a fly, I can fly. What a joy! Thank you, boy. Thank you, boy." It jumped and danced again. We learn from the story that our helpers are working day and night to make our life easy and simpler, isn't it? Now we shall learn more about our helpers.
Whose tools are these? Artist. Artist. Where do you work in? I work in a studio. Studio. Whose tools are these? Carpenter. Carpenter. Where do you work in?
I work in a carpenter's shop.
Carpenter shop. Whose tools are these? do you work in?
I work in a restaurant.
Restaurant. Whose tools are these? Doctor. Doctor. Where do you work in? I work in a hospital. Hospital. Whose tools are these? Engineer. Engineer. Where do you work in? I work in a factory. Factory. Whose tools are these? Farmer. Farmer. Where do you work in?
I work in a farm.
Farm. Whose tools are these? Firefighter. Firefighter. Where do you work in? I work in a fire station. Fire station. Whose tools are these? Hairdresser. Hairdresser. Where do you work in?
I work in a salon.
Salon. Whose tools are these? Pilot. Pilot. Where do you work in?
I work in an airplane.
Airplane. Whose tools are these? Police officer. Police officer. Where do you work in? I work in a police station. Police station. Whose tools are these? Scientist. Scientist. Where do you work in? I work in a science lab. Science lab. Whose tools are these? Singer. Singer. Where do you work in?
I work in a broadcasting station.
Broadcasting station. Whose tools are these? Teacher. Teacher. Where do you work in?
I work in a school.
School. Whose tools are these? Vet. Vet. Where do you work in? I work in an animal hospital. Animal hospital.
Time for a quiz. Who works at school?
A police officer. A doctor. Or a teacher. Who wears a uniform? A secretary? A post officer? Or a teacher? Who puts out the fire?
A firefighter? A chef? Or a nurse? Who takes care of pets? A business person? An artist? Or a man? Where does a teacher work? At the school? At the hospital? Or at a restaurant? What does a pilot fly? A boat? A bus? Or a plane?
Please answer. It's time to thank them.
Day and night, they work around the year. Don't you think that they deserve a loud cheer? Community helpers, they make our day so great. Community helpers, they never make us wait. Kids, I hope you learned about the people who make our community a better place. See you soon for our next lesson. Ta-ta!